Hello, hello. What's up, guys? How's it going? I think you're gonna get a thing here. chat is so quiet again. First time me multi-streaming. So we have 4 people on YouTube and one person on Twitch. Nobody's saying something. I wonder if that's actually readable as a mask. Wanna make him look more disgusting. Also, his weapon looks a bit too perfect.
Oh my god, I never thought I'd ever hear MGMT again. But guess who popped up on the Yo Gabba Gabba Spotify station yesterday?
She's late for baby yoga, but she's looking hella fly. Breastfeeding out in public, catching everybody's eye. With her brand new Orbit stroller and her probiotic smoothie. I hope was checking prices on that tasty vegan sushi. With that Adbusters mag and her artisan toast. She's always shopping locally and avoiding GMOs.
Oh man, I have to make this text bigger. It's going too fast.
She misses Cafe Grumpy and Brooklyn Label. But when she's back on Franklin, she can never get a table. She remembers Luna Lounge where she passed out flyers for an underground band named Arcade Fire. Before Lena Dunham was successful and paid, Hipster Girl was on the L.
Hey, hey. Sorry guys, I just set it up the stream today. And I just tried to find which is the right format here. But it seems like the chat text is going away very fast. Let me adjust that. Seems like more people on YouTube than Twitch today. Hope you're all doing good. So we basically stream on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook actually, but I don't know if anyone is from Facebook. Hey, hey. What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Welcome to the family, Jekyll. Sorry, I can't say it. Jekyll. Welcome to the family. You guys doing homework? Yeah, true. Yeah, YouTube is a trap, man. Currently, I think I have so I'm currently on the form language assignment, and my goal is to make at least 7 to 8 relative solid zombies for the project. But I still I really wanna push them and want to make the form language already pretty far, so I can build up on that. And you guys, how's it going for you? Hey Shao. Thanks for the like, man. Hope you're doing good. What's that? No, thank you. I've only been drawing for a year. I think they don't have a minimum level access, and they have a lot of foundational classes. So basically, if you're a beginner, you can still do the Brainstorm class. But if you really new into drawing, I would definitely recommend something like Perspective class, or I think they have a Perspective bootcamp, and also they have a concept art bootcamp. I think it's with James Pake. And I think for a beginner, like the combination of that, it's good, because then you get a feeling for the whole design thing and also for the whole perspective, because perspective is something you will need on every single thing you're gonna do. Damn, 4 AM. Where you at, Peter? Hey Mohammed, yeah, you also in world building 1. What do you have to do for world building? How is it? How is the class? Yeah, you know, if you, I mean, basically Perspective is a foundation class. So I would let's open up that thing. So I have a better overview on Brainstorm, because I don't have all the classes in mind, but so basically I was talking about things like ooh, they actually changed it here on the website. What's that? Foundation? Yeah, foundation courses. So for example, they have this Perspective bootcamp, which I think is definitely a go-to if you're really like a beginner. An absolute beginner, and if you want, and it doesn't matter if you want to do environments or characters, whatever it is. I think Perspective is absolutely necessary, and I think it also makes sense because they put it here at first, like a first class, and I think that could be very valuable. Yeah, and then of course, I mean, all the figure stuff is for characters, and like just getting the feeling for drawing something very complex, because figure drawings are a very complex thing. Man, I mean, foundation sketching sounds also very good, and foundation Visc, I think, which is also a very important class when it comes to drawing. It should be the Foundation 3 Viscom class, because visual communication is a big part also from drawing. So if you somehow get a feeling for drawing in perspective, then you can basically transfer that into communicating something you draw. So I think that's like going, what I would do, I would start with Perspective Bootcamp, and then maybe, I mean, they put it here on Foundation 1 is sketching and Foundation 3 is Viscom. So I think maybe Foundation Viscom is already a bit advanced. So maybe Perspective Bootcamp, then Foundation Sketching, and then maybe Foundation Viscom. And obviously design with color and light. When you start to paint, that's absolutely necessary. Hey Ta, how's it going? What? You're going to laugh because I like to do all the Brainstorm courses? Man, I want to do also all the Brainstorm courses, but... And so it's not that easy. I wish I had more and more so I can do all the classes, but what do you want to do? I mean, you can do all the classes. It just takes more time. Malaysia. Nice. How's the weather in Malaysia? Hey Zachary. How you doing, man? Hey. You're unemployed and got money to spend? Wow. So you're pretty good unemployee. No, I haven't done any mentorship, but I think a mentorship is really interesting. Like considering something with John Park, for example. He's a really experienced. He got so many experience industry wise, and he knows so many people and he knows so many things. So I think if I would do a mentorship, definitely I would do a John Park mentorship, and I would pay the money, man. Doesn't matter really, because it's way cheaper than rather than going to a super expensive school, or like one of those scam schools we talked about yesterday. Crazy, man. But that sounds really good, Mohammed. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you think about $4,500, is actually not that much. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money, of course, but compared for what you get, I mean, if a person basically makes you ready to get a job, and then you easily get that in this industry. I mean, $4,500, you can earn that on your first job in the first 1.5 months or something, or even in the first month. So you have to see it as an investment, not as a loss of money. Okay, man, I should move on to the next. My Photoshop is so laggy when I stream. Try to figure out what's the best setup for that, but somehow my CPU is jumping up super high, and I really try to set up everything on GPU, but still so laggy, man. I don't know. The things, like, I think it would make more sense if you, I mean, it really depends on your level. If you're already really good in perspective and you know how to paint and design all that, I think a mentorship, I mean, I'm not 100% sure how the structure of it is, but I think a mentorship is basically meant to really get you a job, or maybe mentor you on your journey, or maybe also like to guide you on a more personal level, you know. So it's basically, you can see it as a class which is more personalized for your skills, because I could think if you go in there and you're not so good with, I don't know, figure drawing, maybe you get then figure drawing assignments, or you get, I don't know, I don't actually also know if you have the access to all the resources of Brainstorm then, if you're a mentor, if you do the mentorship, but I could imagine that. Yeah, it's actually pretty cheap for what it is. Yeah, if you compare it, like going to a, I don't know. We talked yesterday about those scam schools. We have some of those. Or like schools where you pay a lot of money, but there's no really guarantee that you're gonna have a job at the end. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Yeah, they are on a different time zone. So when you decide to do that, definitely you have to take it with a grain of salt. I have to get up at 3 in the morning every Monday, and I mean, at the end, you know, if you really want to do it, the motivation is there. So just go for it. That really shouldn't be a problem. If it's only once per week, if it's not every morning, I think it's definitely doable. Man, you guys writing so fast. Yeah, I think it would make sense for intermediate artists, but I'm not sure. I mean, maybe you could ask also the person you wanna like do the mentor thing, you know. Yeah. I mean, you not necessarily become at all, because at the end it's only once. per week. I'm only tired on Monday, really, like because of the Sunday to Monday thing, but that's it. The rest of the week I'm good. Yeah, really take your time with that. Consider everything, and I mean, at the end, it's also, if you think about like taking 2 courses, it's a lot of money. But it's definitely worth it, guys. If you really consider to do it, I can really say I learned so much, and I mean, I'm already working, but doing like this, for example, I feel super uncomfortable like doing those things here, like characters and stuff. But that's really the thing you want to do. You really want to get out of the comfort zone and really want to push yourself, because then you basically get better. Oh man, what am I doing here? Yeah, Taha, I know. It's really hard with this scam school things. I mean, there's also no real protection, because like at the end you're just happy that you found something you can do for your because at the end you just want to learn, you just want to study and things, and then you find something like that, and then you go there and they're super friendly and they talk and they're like, oh, blah blah blah, come to us, yeah, we have this good teachers, and then at the end like you go there for a year or 2 and then you paid a lot of money and you maybe are not still on the level to really do the job correctly. I think I should move on. I'm just like shifting things from left to right. It doesn't make any sense what I'm doing here. I mean, it's just a thumbnail sketch, so let's call it. Let's see. Let's move on. Let's do the next. Yeah, I mean, at the end you don't need to go to college. I mean, you could take basically Brainstorm courses for really a lot of time. And if you have parents who saved like money for you for school, you can use it there. It's definitely a good thing, you know. I, for example, went to college and studied industrial design, and I mean, in Berlin or here in Germany, it's pretty cheap compared to the US, for example. We basically pay no money. So yeah, I think it also depends like on how much time. I mean, a lot of people actually like to be a student, or they want to really take their time, which is totally fine. It really depends on you. But regarding the whole concept art thing in the industry, if you want to get a job very fast in the industry, I think it really depends on how you spend your resources. So it's definitely a good thing to consider like doing those courses for quite some time. Yeah, of course, if you have the time to do that, and of course, yeah, why not? I talked about this yesterday on stream. Like I was actually doing. Hey Kyle. I was actually doing some of the first foundation classes of the foundation Patreon group, which John Park and I think Matthew Ziguri initiated. And I think it was like the time before they decided to do Brainstorm. And I did those when I was in college. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely possible. And there's always time. And it's so weird, guys, since I'm doing this vlog thing, I get so many DMs, and then I have so many conversations with people who tell me they don't have time to do anything, you know, like they have so much other stuff to do, but at the end there's always time. You just need to put all the time away where you spend your time at the phone or whatever it is. Hey Kai, yeah, I wouldn't say I had I don't want to say bad experience because it wasn't particularly bad, but it also wasn't that good, you know. And I don't want to talk bad about anything. I just didn't like the format so much, to be honest. Which is just my honest opinion. And I mean, the course also, I think the class there, I don't remember what I paid. I think like $700 or something. And the class was really unpersonal, you know. And also you just uploaded your feedback, but it felt really like, I don't know, everything was pre-recorded and stuff. Ah, yeah, true. Yes, I told you that. Yeah. Okay. So you will have a blast when you take a Brainstorm course. No, for real though. The thing is, like, I just expected more class-wise, and I don't know if it was. I don't know. I took an environment design class basically. I don't want to say who was the teacher or so. Also, the guy I think is a really good artist and an okay teacher, but the way how it was structured, like the whole class, it was just like basically you get the assignment, everything was pre-recorded, and then you just do the assignment, upload it, and then you get feedback for 5 minutes, which is also pre-recorded, so no live stream, no nothing, and you have no real connection. And like most of my feedback was like, oh, okay, good job, okay, good job, and I just could not take anything out of it, you know. That was really annoying because I paid a lot of money for it, and then I expected just way more. Okay, have a good one, bye bye. Yeah, those Brainstorm classes, they're way more intense. I also didn't expect that, to be honest, because they said you can take 2, or some people take 3 classes. And I was like, okay, I easily take 2 classes. But at the end I had to do it. Why is my chat always moving from left to right? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, schoolism is another topic. I basically had 3 or 4 schoolism subscriptions over the last 5 years or 4 years, and I never really could take much out of schoolism. I mean, I need to say the one with what's his name? Damn it, what's his name? Oh fuck, I forgot his name. I took one class. What was his name? It was actually it was more of a concept art but painting class, and he was he's super famous. Oh man, I forgot his name. I have to look it up later. No, not Nathan Fawkes. He does realistic concept. Man, I know his name. It's on my tongue. It's not James Jean. Not Jamie Jones. Craig Mullins. Man, sorry guys, Craig Mullins. How could I forget him? Yeah, I took the Craig Mullins course. That was pretty dope, I need to say. Craig Mullins, like he has a very particular way to describe things, but he knows so much, and he's so wise in the things he says and all the stuff, man. Oh, this class was really good. I think I'm gonna move the chat to the right side because it really annoys me that the chat is not really visible here. Okay. Hey, if you... Oh no, that's advertisement. Okay. What are you guys doing? I think I need to go a little bit crazy here for the form language. Don't want to get it boring. I want it more exciting. Let's do it like this. By the way, the music, guys, there is this app which you have on Streamlabs. So it's not really 100% music I'm hearing. It's just music we can use, so we don't get any problems. Bye, Zachary. Huh. Yeah, man, his style is like, also I love the way he indicates stuff. Everything is readable. His values are just working. Like the color tones and everything, the shapes. His sense of shapes is just amazing. And what I loved, I also need to say, what I loved about the schoolism class with him was basically he recorded everything in his, I don't know if it was his office at home or somewhere else, but I think he's living on Hawaii, and he had like huge palm trees in the back out of the room, so you could see the palm trees, and sometimes the wind was so strong that those palm trees was really like moving from left to right. And I was always waiting for something to happen behind him. Yeah. But the class was really cool. Like how he explained it, and it was a lot of foundational things, but the way he taught it was really good. That looks shitty. I think I want to do that shape a little more. So what I'm doing, I'm basically doing just ideation sketches for the final project thing for the Brainstorm Foundation form language class. And me and my team and I, we basically decided on 1800s Dutch versus coral zombies, which have an Egypt influence. That's what I'm doing. An assignment for the Yeah? What did he say? Did not know that he actually visited him. Need to speed up this shit, yeah. It takes too much time. Maybe it's a bit too much. So what I basically want to use the form language of the coral and incorporate it on the zombie thing. And the idea is basically that they lived underwater, and the Dutch people who used windmills for terraforming back then to free more landmass, which they actually did. and the idea we had was basically that they went to different places, and at one place they did the same, and then those creatures came out. So that's why they have to be some sort of like overgrown mummies. But I really want to go a little bit overboard with the sketches in the beginning so I can extract from it later on. But it should look good also. Hey Jonathan, how's it going? Hey Gova. Yeah, it's a multi-stream, guys. I just found that today. I was basically I was trying to figure out how to do the stream, and it annoyed me that I had to decide on either YouTube or Twitch. So I found out on Streamlabs you have the function of multi-streaming, and I'm basically streaming also on Facebook. So I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook simultaneously, which is crazy. And it's also cool that I can read all the comments, so I can read everything from Twitch and from YouTube. Okay, I have to move on with that. Takes too much time again. So make it more creepy looking. And my Photoshop is really laggy. I don't know. I don't want to buy a new PC, but it seems like my laptop is not able to perform while streaming. Super laggy. So basically the thing doesn't have a face, it's basically just chords. What I really like is this here. Those things here, I really like those. I think we can also use them to make this silhouette a little bit more interesting here. Yeah, I know a lot of people, right? I'm not on Facebook anymore. But it's also interesting that really, like, you either have people who are more on Twitch or people who are more on YouTube. What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Drawing, painting, doing nothing, chilling? Give it a little bit more of a traditional clothing, I don't know. Oh really? Oh, I didn't know that. can give the bow a little bit more of a coral look.
What'll happen to me when you're done? Plan to start a family with someone. Am I an option or far from? Baby, tell me now before.
What do you mean? It is Seamus like an evil or normal soldier? Sorry for my English, still learning. Yeah, the idea is basically that there are like mummies or zombies, Egyptian zombies, and so they have to have a little bit of the they have to communicate Egyptian folks or Egyptian people, but they also have to have the choral form language. So they have to be overgrown with corals, or I don't know if you guys know the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, where they had those underwater pirates. Hey Natalia, how's it going? What's up, what's up? How's the class going for you? Are you guys doing homework? Am I not the only person who needs to do homework after 8 hours of work? I'm really surprised that I'm still... You know, in the beginning I was really worried that I'm not able to do any homework after work. But at the end, if you're in the groove, like doing work all day, and then you just, I don't know, you just continue with that. You become a robot. Oh really? Why? Is it too much, or is it too stressful? Why you bashing? I want to know it. I mean, we talked about this already today. It's good if you feel uncomfortable. We're such a weirdos, you know, we make us uncomfortable, like doing things we not good at, and then we feeling bad about being uncomfortable, but we basically pay money for it. I spend too much time on this. I hate to do feet, and I feel like my legs and my feet always look the same, and they always look wrong. the good thing is we do a zombie, so don't have to have perfect feet, I guess. But I have to look up some reference for the clothing for the feet. What could be nice? Oh yeah, maybe some coral armor over the chins. That could be nice. So we bring back those form language which we have on the head already. And my keyword here is basically layered and broken, because I really love that they look like broken, but you also have like the overlap of different corals. Feels like those little things I added, they all have the same size, which is actually pretty bad, because then it looks really boring visually. I actually can tell you guys a story. I don't know if he's watching, my good friend Murad. Back in the days when I tried to become a concept artist, my friend Murad was working for a company called Sigma Vodka, and I was asking him about helping me with characters and stuff. So we did a session at his place, and we were basically just sitting at his PC, and I was drawing and he was looking over my shoulder, and he constantly told me what to do and not to do. And at some point he said so many things while I just tried to do a simple sketch, and I was like really doing a normal sketch, like just a character standing, you know, and he was throwing informations at me and saying things over and over and over. And at the end I was just like doing a stroke and delete and stroke and delete, stroke and delete, and there was basically nothing on the page. And at the end he started yelling at me because I was basically drawing nothing, because he was just constantly saying like, yeah, and then you have to think about the silhouette, and then you have to do the shapes, and then you have to think about the pose, and then you have to think about the character in space. And I was like, basically my head was turning, and I was like, okay, and I was like trying to do that, and at the end I was like drawing nothing, and then he was like yelling at me, just draw something. I always have to think about that when I draw characters. That was such a funny experience. But most of the things he told me, I kept in my head. So I actually have to look up if how Egyptian bows look, so it looks not too generic. But I can keep that for later. It's just a ideation sketch here. I want to have her corpse or her body a little bit more open, broken. So I think we also didn't really talked about if they're like magic, if they're moving because of magic or something. But I think at the end it really doesn't matter here. At the end the Egyptian thing needs to be readable, and the form language has to be clear, and everything else I think it's not so important at the moment. Ooh, I love vehicles. I feel like vehicles are so easy if you know perspective. But I mean, they're not easy, but that's just my personal opinion. For me, they're just easier to do. But I also think that has to do because we had to draw a lot of hard surface stuff in college. But yeah, vehicles are really hard on the other side, because when you do something like cars and stuff, it's really all about proportions. If you change a wheel, make it too big or too small, the vehicle looks weird. But at the end, you can always draw things in perspective, like boxes and stuff. So that's what I mean with easy. But it sounds like a fun exercise. Yeah, I don't know. At the end, maybe just try something and then, I don't know, send the teacher an email and ask for feedback if it's the right direction also. I don't know. If it's too hard for you. But it sounds like a cool exercise to me. How I've been enjoying the form language class? I would say it's definitely the best class I've ever took. Also the character design class, but design-wise, like learning how to design and coming up with creative ideas, it's just the most amazing class to me. First of all, Norris Lin is really cool, dude. He explains very well, and his demonstrations, his live demos, they're always very impressive. You can see the guy really knows what he's talking about. But besides that, the things we learned in the form language class, like looking at things like, for example, you know, before the class, I was looking and saving images of corals and interesting creatures and animals and whatever I liked, you know, everything I felt a little bit inspired about, but I never really knew how to use it. And in the class we basically learned really to take something with an interesting shape, take all the keywords we associate with the object, which are aesthetic, which are about the aesthetic or about the function, and then we use the keywords, draw out the keywords, and then use basically the form language on something else. And everything I did so far forced me really to think outside of the box, and I think just this little component of the whole class is so valuable for my growth and my approach. And I already could see it at work, that I changed my thinking and stuff. So definitely, if you ever consider to take a class, form language is really the shit. And yeah, and I think maybe also the form language class with Charles Lin is maybe also pretty good. I don't know, I just basically took the class with Norris because of the time, because it was on Saturday evening and the other classes were at night, so yeah. But I think the other classes are probably pretty good as well. Where do I put the arrows? Hey Jasmine, how's it going? Yeah, it's so crazy. It's really crazy. Like everything we did so far there was never an exercise I would say, okay, that was stupid or unnecessary or so, you know. And I mean also the mileage. Norris gives us so much homework. He even sometimes he's laughing and he's like, "Oh, I give you so much homework," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, for you it's funny, man." But at the end, it's just the mileage which makes you better. Yeah, definitely a great class. But also the character design class with Gu is also really good. Gu is also a really good character designer. Yeah. But I need to say, like, character design is way harder. Like the character design class is for me way harder than the form language class. Because in form language we also do environments and we do props and things which are just in perspective, which is just like easier to do. but I want to know what you guys up to. What are you guys doing? Where you start as a beginner? Definitely, we talked about that also already. I put it here. So definitely start with the foundation classes. So I would basically start with perspective bootcamp, because you always need perspective. And then, I mean, if I would be you, I would take all the classes, but I know that doesn't help you. So definitely start with the perspective class. That's the most important one. And then it really depends, because I think like foundation sketching class, like learning to draw not only hard surface stuff but also organic stuff is really important. And then going over to, and so the things I really would do, like recommend for everyone, is like perspective bootcamp, foundation sketching, and Viscom, because it's all about sketching and visual communication and how to draw in perspective. I mean, figure drawing is also very important. And even if you go for environment concept art, it's still important, because you sometimes have to put a figure in an environment, and you have to understand how figures working. And actually, like, the more you draw figures and you can draw figures, you will get better with drawing and sketching, because figures are very complex. They're basically all the different forms and all the different shapes you used before in all the other classes. And then, of course, you need to do that class, which is design with color and light, because it's all about painting. So you have to understand everything about values. You have to understand everything about light, how light behaves, how's the local color change of something, and etc. etc. I don't know if they teach. I don't know if they teach fisheye perspective. I don't know. But I think that's also something you can. That's something you can definitely learn on your own if you understand the normal perspective, 3-point, 2-point, 1-point perspective. I don't know if you watch Ross Draw's tutorial, but he always fox about shapes. What do you mean with fox? I know you mentioned your English is not that good, but what do you mean with fox? He talks. I think he talks. You mean he talks about shapes and simple? Yeah, it definitely makes sense to simplify a lot in the beginning, because you can always add on top. If you start very complex in the beginning, you just make it hard on yourself. But to be honest, that's something I do myself a lot of time also. So we are more people from YouTube and more people from Twitch. So we're not only one person from Twitch, we two. And 15 people from YouTube. How's it going, guys? You're welcome. You mean focus? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, shapes are very important, definitely. Dude, Ross is a really good concept artist. I remember I saw his stuff the first time on conceptart.org, and he had, I think the funny thing is the designs he did for Nima and all the characters, he did those for his degree. So he designed them already very early back in the days. And back then, his designs were super good already, and his environments. I always loved his environment concepts, but I think he's more of a character guy, so he prefers to do characters. but I think he told me, or I think we chatted on Facebook once, and he told me that he had Jamie Jones as his mentor, and I was like, man, he basically had the craziest guy when it comes to concept painting as his own mentor. But yeah, he's a really good artist. But for YouTube, he became more of an entertainer. But he still does really nice art there on YouTube. But I think to really achieve the level he achieved on YouTube, like more of this entertaining thing. I mean, I don't know if you really have to do it, because Proco, for example, is also entertaining, but in just a different way. It really depends on the personality. Also, Ross has this very active, hyperactive personality. You know, I would never be like that. I never could do like jumping around and I don't know, doing that. And for example, that's why I respect Proco so much, and I really love his content, because he makes something which can be super dry and super boring, which is anatomy. He makes it really funny, because he does a lot of jokes and spends a lot of time on his episodes. I need to finish that, it takes too much time. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's give her just one of those typical Egyptian weapons they had. I don't know if you actually would see that here. See, Mohammed said that they teach fisheye and curved linear perspective in word building class. So maybe that's something which you can also consider. So I think I want to make those coral shaped things, make them like eyes, so it is really creepy. Like different eyes looking at you. Okay, that's cloth. What are you guys doing? Also homework and stuff? Yeah, this arm looks a little bit weird here, but I mean, it's just the ideation sketch, so it doesn't matter. We also need to move on. I think we spent it almost 20 minutes on that one now, it's way too much. This can look a little bit fucked up here. Thanks. Yeah, I have to move on. How is Eric as a teacher? He seems like a really nice guy. I think I just leave that here and talk with Dad about that's actually something we can use later on to Norris. So now the deadline for us is basically at the end of this month, and then we have to present. And in both classes we actually have guest visitors. So they both said we're gonna have people who are gonna visit the class and gonna look at all the results. And I'm really curious who's gonna be the guest visitor. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Also, what I want to do is actually I want to showcase all the final art and all the final work of all the students at the last episode for the vlog. I think it's gonna be nice because all the people put so much work into the project and everything. So it's definitely, I think, a good idea to just showcase and appreciate the work they've done. And maybe one day, damn it, what's that? Yeah, I'm also very curious. I'm really curious. So I think it's either gonna be someone from Brainstorm or maybe some colleagues from them. That would be also interesting. I actually forgot where Gu is working, but Norris is working at Santa Monica Studios. That also could be cool. Just to meet some other people. Or, I mean, even if it's, I don't know, John Park or James Pake or I don't know, some other teachers. Could be really cool. Just to get their input also. But we have so many good students in both classes. And everybody is really giving their best, and that is really motivating. It's very motivating for me, definitely. Really enjoyed it. Oh no, that should be enough. Oh no, I forgot the feet, damn it. Just indicate that. I mean, it's just a sketch, but giving the thing creepy feet. Why do you have to learn Illustrator? What did they say? What is the purpose? This readability is really shit here. Let's put that away. Okay, let's flip that guy to see how it looks from the other side. Oh. The feet still looks weird. What the hell? That's not a feet. That's not a foot. I mean, it's a zombie, but. Ooh, thanks, Harriet, for liking the stream. Also, if you guys on Twitch, feel free to follow me on Twitch. I think I will definitely do this type of multi-streams in the future more. And also, to be honest, I wish I would had that idea a little bit earlier to do the streams while doing homework. Because then it's a little bit more, it's just cooler to have the interaction with you guys and talking. while doing it. So it feels a little bit less like just grinding. Okay, I mean you can also do logos with Photoshop and with what's it called, InDesign. But I mean at the end I mean it makes sense at some point. To be honest, we also had to do stuff like that. We had to use different, I mean I had to learn InDesign for making booklets and stuff. Hey Martyr, welcome to the family. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, we also had to do like a lot of booklets for our designs and stuff, and that's why we had to basically use InDesign a lot, and so we had to learn InDesign to really create basically like little books and portfolio stuff you actually print at the end. And I also hated to do that, but I mean now I know how to do it, so it's maybe never wrong. So let's do another one and maybe start with an environment afterwards, if we still have time. What time is it? 10:15. Okay. I actually wanted to do a character which is a little bit Anubis inspired. Which looks a little bit like an Anubis warrior or something. I have to go through my refs here. I'm great, Harriet. How are you? Thanks for asking. Really? Oh, thank you so much. On YouTube or on Twitch? Because on Twitch I actually can see who was my number one. It was Jose Caro. Don't say that. Don't say that. I want to take a break after the class. I don't want to take a next class immediately. But that sounds great, man. No. Yeah, that's how a teacher should be. Like being a master of a craft, being a nice person, and also being able to teach you all the important things and values. So let's go for the last one. So I start simple again. Maybe it's a little bit more of a side pose. So that's the torso. No, but why? Unfortunately, it's great. I really appreciate the support. I'm still happy about every new follower, every new person who is just part of the journey. And if I somehow inspire people, I'm even more happy. Because at the end it's all fun what we're doing. So how do I incorporate this form language? So maybe he has a mask or something. He's making a step forward. Let's give him some traditional Egyptian clothing, which needs to be really rotten and messed up, because he's a zombie. So my plan for the class is basically, for the form language class, is to do, so we have to do 5 final designs, and I basically do some zombies, because we're not so many people who do characters, and I thought like doing some coral zombies could be pretty cool. But I also want to do some environment things, so like my coral hut I did for the week 4. So I definitely want to do something there. Maybe thinking about where they come from, like when they lived underwater. How's that gonna look? Yeah, and at the end we have to do 5 designs. So basically Norris also said 5 designs is something we have to shoot for. It's not necessarily mean that we basically need to really do 5 designs at the end, but I really want to try to do 5, but I'm always quality over quantity. So if I can do 4 good instead of 5 mediocre. Hey Manuel, thanks for following. Welcome to the family. Let's give him a shoulder pad here. So maybe the coral, or maybe no, that should be metal because it should be protective, protect him. But then you can see the inside of him, so his corpse is open. Hey Pumba, welcome to the family. Thanks for the follow. I think I want to have his body partially really like open. He really needs to look a little bit rotten. Moin moin. Was geht, was geht? Alles gut bei dir? Ach, du bist es! Dem geht's gut, dem geht's gut. Der ist jetzt auch Papa. Aber dem geht's gut. Wie geht's dir? Wie geht's deinem Bruder? You guys, if you're German, you can also write in German. It's fine. You can also write in Spanish or French or Mandarin. I know all the language. No, I'm just kidding. Ach, bist auch Papa geworden. Na denn, Glückwunsch, Glückwunsch. Ach, krasser Typ, Alter. Tja, der lebt seine Leidenschaft. Das ist geil. Was ich an deinem Bruder mal so mochte, der war immer so ein krass positiver Typ, ey. Das fand ich mal richtig bemerkenswert. Du kannst ja mal liebe Grüße bestellen. Also liebe Grüße an die Fam sozusagen. So maybe we adjust a little bit the neck here. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name, but thanks for the follow and welcome to the family. I don't want to insult you by saying your name wrong, so welcome. So I think he's gonna have a mask or something, like one of these vertical masks they had on the old Egyptian mummies. But we have to incorporate the choral form language here, just to make sure. And I actually like also this thing here. I don't know if you guys can see my pen here. I like that one. I like the cylindrical thing, so maybe we can combine it with this layered open broken form language. Could be nice. Danke. Ja, war ein langer Weg bis hierhin. Aber vielen Dank. Ich weiß es sehr zu schätzen. So, maybe I think when we have him like looking from the side, he has a little bit more of a profile view, which could be nice, so we can really make here a very nice shape, but also the negative space here is nice because it makes the silhouette immediately more interesting. And then if we go for something like that, we also should bring that back here on the shoulder pad. That would definitely make sense. And I just like them to be very tall and very like frail. So you really see they've been laying around or maybe living underwater for quite some time. They basically have no flesh anymore. So obviously when they're in sea water or salt water, like all the flesh would be gone. So I want them to look very bony and frail, and then just put the choral form language on top. Again, we didn't talk about if they use magic or anything, but at the end it really doesn't matter. Oh, we get more people. So we 3 people from 3 on Twitch and 16 from YouTube. What? By the way, I watched one of your vlogs where you told about the way you regain energy when you feel tired. That works pretty well. Yeah, I mean, sleeping is the best. Sleeping is the best, you know, like like, I don't know, I feel there's nothing better than if your head is turning and you can't do anything, like doing a power nap and just sleeping is just the best. But it's funny that you say it like that. It sounds like you tried it while analyzing. What are you guys doing? Yeah, who doesn't love sleep, right? Sleep is the best. And then when you do a power nap for 45 minutes, so you don't go into the deep sleep mode, and then you get up, and then just like coffee and maybe something with a little bit of sugar, that's the rush you want. So I think we can make the legs a little bit longer. Yeah, if you can do it, the workout in the morning, absolutely. Like running. I need to say I really didn't run for quite a while now. Also now the gyms are closed again, which really messes me up. So I not even can go in December when Brainstorm and the vlog is done. I can't go to the gym because I think the whole lockdown thing gonna be longer than just 4 weeks. Can't imagine that they gonna just do it for 4 weeks. But I don't know what you wanna do. Oh, I think I would be way faster if if it wouldn't be so laggy on my laptop here. I really don't want to buy a tower. It's just really not necessary. So let's try if we go for that cylindrical thing. How we communicate that, or do we want to have it open? Maybe it's cylindrical, so it's like that coral in the lower right, and now it's maybe broken and opened, so we basically see the backside. That could be nice. So we take that away. We maybe see that here. That's interesting. I mean, not shooting here for perfection, but just trying out things. The sketches should be at least all different, so when we get the feedback from Norris, we can really dissect what works, what doesn't work. So I want him to have more of an open corpse. It's just way more interesting. It's just like partially holding together by algae and corals. So maybe also we add the keyword. So as I mentioned, my keywords here are layered. And broken. So we also want to, is that readable? Yeah, well, let's leave it like that. So I basically want to incorporate the keywords on everything I just add on the character. That's what I learned already in this class. So maybe the arm comes out a little bit more. It's not going sideways, not going downwards, a little bit more sideways. Like he's almost about to fight. It's like standing. And maybe we make his forearm a little bit more interesting, so it's not just a simple forearm shape. Maybe there are like also corals growing from his arm or something. So to give him a little bit more of an interesting silhouette here. But we obviously want to avoid the tangent, so we don't want to have to touch the lines. I don't know, just trying out things here. So maybe we can also have some sort of layered effect here. Could be nice. And then we give him like one of these classical Egyptian weapons. I really love the shape of those. I really don't know the name. Which basically look like a giant razor. Oops. You guys been so quiet. Talk to me. Oh wow, we 5 people on Twitch, 15 people on YouTube. So maybe also make him a little bit more threatened looking. Maybe there's also some corals growing on his back. We could try that, but I don't want to make it too generic. Maybe it looks like his spine is coming out of his back. That could be nice. Could be corals or something, but I don't want to make it too generic looking, like just adding spikes for making him threaten. But I really like the texture of this coral here on the lower right, of the cylindrical thing. I think we definitely could improve this shape here. Maybe also here's a part broken, so his head looks sharp also. Like he could, I don't know, easily kill someone with this, using his head. And then we also need to incorporate this Egyptian mask. Ah, I know what could be a cool idea. I think if we give him this, like this pharaoh, I don't know how's it called in English, pharaoh, like this typical pharaoh, what they had here on the chin. I really don't know what the name of that is, but that could be nice. So maybe it's like partially mask. That could be nice as well. But I don't want to make it looking goofy, so it should look nice. What my father think about me filming this by lunch? He was obviously upset when he saw his email inbox, like people sending him messages about meeting him because he looked so handsome in the vlog. I actually asked my dad about that before, if it's fine for him. And he was cool with it. I have a pretty cool dad, I need to say. He also told me, like, my dad is a lawyer, and he also, when we went out for lunch, he was, okay, you have to film it like this so you don't film the other people, because at the end they can maybe sue you for that and that. That was really funny. Yeah, drawing, and that's also, I absolutely agree that it's really hard, but it's also very funny if you see an environment concept artist who's really freaking amazing with his environment concepts, and then they have no clue of figures, and then they put in like photos, and then you really see how that they really don't know how to place them right, and then it automatically downgrades the environment. Hey William, thanks for liking the stream, and welcome to the family. But yeah, it's back to the figure thing. It's really hard, absolutely. I don't know. He just told me about all the emails he received. So you were sending me emails, huh? No, my dad is pretty cool. He also fully supports me, like everyone in my family fully supports me. I'm really blessed with that. Ah, we need to finish that guy. Come on, come on. So it's like a mask and so we really need to make sure we don't make the shape too goofy here. I don't know, is it actually coming forward? I think it's actually coming forward like this. So we have this, so he, let's say they buried him with the mask on and then the corals grew on top. I definitely have to get a reference for that. That's maybe too much, yeah. Thanks, William, for sharing the stream. Much appreciated. Damn. Really want to get in that shape here. I'm just, I'm just too lazy to open up Google and look at the damn reference for a mask like that. I just wanna just think I can do it on my own, but I can't. Okay, I just indicated here because at the end it's just a sketch, it's just an idea. Nothing we need to push too far. I wonder how much time we have. Ooh, it's almost 11. I actually wanted to start with an environment also today. But I need to say I usually tend to not to go too late in bed for the last couple weeks to really be fresh in the morning. But somehow my brain is still working. But the problem can be that maybe tomorrow when I get up I can be very empty. Really depends. We also need to attach that shoulder thing here somehow. Can't be flying around. Or maybe he got like something like this here. I think just, or maybe it's also overgrown. So maybe back to our keyword. So let's give him a layered effect also as well. So we bring back the keyword for the form language. That could be nice. So how we do about that? So I think I'm gonna make him a little bit taller. Dun, dun, dun. Just a little bit. Oh. Maybe he's leaning forward a little bit more, so could be a bit more dynamic. Alright, have a nice evening or day, or I don't know your time zone, but thanks for coming by and saying hi, and enjoy your class. Have a good one. So we can also make a little bit of a layered effect here. So he's really frail. Still the torso, I don't like the torso. We actually can give the shoulder plate a little bit of the texture of which we have already on his head. Also again, I don't want to make all the shapes here the same size, because then it's visually too boring. Definitely should have a nice variety of size. But it's basically the same principle of big, medium, small. Like repeating a shape, but bringing it back in different sizes. Ah, okay, dann schlaf gut. Gute Nacht, viel Spaß. Viel Spaß beim Kurs. Und einen schönen Abend wünsche ich dir. Danke, dass du da warst. I think we can actually add a little bit of cloth hanging here from his headpiece, maybe. But I don't want to mess up the silhouette. Just trying things. Maybe it's... I also will not give him a face, because I will just spend too much time on adjusting the face and stuff, so... But I think we can balance out the shape a little bit. Chat is so quiet again. But I guess you guys also doing something, so I don't want to annoy you. Still, the corpse, I still don't like the chest piece. I really want to have his... Basically, I want to have his pelvis... No, not his pelvis, what is it called? His ribcage, sorry. I want to basically have his ribcage like partially also open and broken, so we again stay true to our keywords we wrote down, which are layered and broken. Yeah, it could be also interesting how we... What is that? Like, maybe here it could be some cloth around his super thin waist everybody dreams about. I really don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. So I always wanted to take, obviously, I always wanted to take just a class with John, so maybe I take also one of his Storm classes, also because it's not too long. Or I'm a huge fan of James Pake. Actually, when I started with the whole concept art thing, I was looking at his work like so much, and like I really would just love to learn from him when it comes to environments. Also to get better and push my environments to the next level. But which looked also very interesting is the fantasy landscape class with June Ann. And I watched a review of his class where like the students were talking about his class. And they all said he's a really good teacher, so maybe that. I'm really not sure. And to be honest, I also feel like my characters will not be that good still after the design class. So I think I have to take again a character design class. But definitely I will just take one class for the next time. So that's for sure. So I can really focus on one class and it's less stressful. But also like getting up at 3 AM on Monday and stuff, it's also very challenging. And you know, like everything I do also has has an influence on my girlfriend, like my relationship and stuff, because I have to get up early, very early in the morning, and then I'm tired and I don't have time for her and stuff. That's really shitty. So I really have to consider what to do next, because I really underestimate like how less of time I will have while doing all that here. DC1? What is DC1? Ah, the design cult thing. Hey Alima, thanks for the like, welcome to the stream. DC1 is the color and light thing from the foundation class, right? Yeah, I think that's a really important class. Absolutely. Who's actually teaching that class? Mo Kim. Ah, isn't she the one with the nice... Are there even more people? Okay. Oh no, it's all Mo Kim. Lol. Okay. Isn't Mo Kim the girl who does this amazing drawings on Instagram? I think I have seen her work. Or is Mo Kim actually a guy? I'm sorry if I messed it up. I think, is she, if it's also Mo Kim here? Ah no, here is Sorry Kim. Ah, damn it, okay. So maybe I was wrong. Yeah, but DC1 is definitely important. Hey Nilo, you just finished Scott Robertson's book, and what do you mean with going, like what to do with the book, or what to do next, or like you finished it reading, or did you finished all the exercises, which would be definitely, you got my respect if you finished all that. Hey Taha, don't worry, all good. We talk about the Scott Robertson book. So you finished all the exercises in the book of the book? Which book are you talking about? My respect. My respect. That's really good. Are you talking about the first or the second book, or both? How to draw, then how to render. Go for how to render. I have them in my bookshelf behind me. I don't know if you can see them, but like basically the Scott Robertson books were my Bible for years. Still, if there's something like nowadays, I would maybe look into the how to render book, because like all the drawing things, I don't need to read that anymore. But how to render, for example, like when it comes to different materials like metal, and what is an ambient occlusion, how an ambient occlusion works, and sometimes if I don't know something, I watch them also. So definitely how to render and do the exercises. I actually did all the exercises in Photoshop back then. I think I still have them on my old Google blog, like basically rendering cubes and stuff, and that's really good. But if you want to get better, or if you want to move forward with drawing, I think like some of the foundation classes at Brainstorm, like you said, you finished how to draw, so I think you're able to do perspective pretty well. So maybe a class like this, like foundation sketching, where you basically sketch a lot. Like yeah, they basically, I think the class was meant to go to a museum, into a museum, and basically draw stuff there. But I don't know how they do it in the online format. But here, look at the stuff they do. They basically draw all like organic hard surface, and you get really a feeling for different kind of surface, and also how to display texture while drawing, which is a very crucial skill you need to learn, because you always will need that. So that's definitely a go-to. I know it's a little bit more expensive than buying a book, but I know they also have like payment plans. So if you not have like $775 right now, maybe there's an option for you. But let's say you don't have the money for it. What I would do, I would start, you know what is also really good? Which is what I did on a daily basis, which I did every morning. Because, how's it called? Here, so when you go on YouTube and you put their live drawing, then you have those new Master Academies, and I think there's also Crookie's Cafe, and you have like live drawing poses. And when you say you're now able to draw perspective, try to draw the human figure in perspective. New Master Academy, what's Atelier? I think there's also somewhere it's called Crookie's Cafe. It's the same than the Academy, the New Master Academy. I think the New Master Academy is also really good here. So yeah, basically you have poses. So you have very quick poses in the beginning, and then come on. So basically you have poses, and they start with 1 minute poses, and then they basically go up to 5 minute poses, etc., etc. And if you really try to get better with drawing, the human figure is the most complex thing. So I would definitely try that. Do you mean scary because you afraid of wasting your money, or just in general it's a lot of money? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, when it comes to drawing, also you need to ask yourself, what do you want to do? Do you want to improve with just drawing? Then it's just draw every day and try to find some directions. Space drawing? Oh, okay, I don't know the book. I don't know. But maybe if like simple things are too boring for you, you can also try out. I mean, you could also buy like one of Kim Young-ji books and just study them. That's also something I did. Yeah, or you buy Friend ink and then you just try to draw some. Maybe you try to draw some compositions, you know, some frames. Yeah, but to be honest, like really, I really don't think that you would waste your money when you do a Brainstorm class. Like, I mean, I haven't done all the classes, I can't say it 100%, but from everything I saw so far, all the people I talked to, everyone was blown away by just the way Brainstorm was structured. They actually should pay me for advertising that so much here on the stream all the time. But yeah, basically they like everything what happened so far. I don't really think there's a possibility that you waste your money. Yeah, for example, Mohammed Maheko is also taking a Brainstorm class, and I think he's an engineer, right? He's actually not so he's working as an engineer on the side. Yeah, Crookie's Cafe is really nice. So, I also have a funny story of that. When I started doing the Crookie Cafe things in the morning, like I was just drawing boxes and circles in the morning, and then afterwards I was doing live drawing stuff. And once I was at my girlfriend's place when she still lived at home with her parents, and I was actually using her screen to watch the YouTube video. So it was a big screen, and they're like naked people, and there was like, I don't know, a little bit more of a obese guy like posing really crazy, like naked and stuff, and I was sitting like super close, like looking at it and like a creep drawing it. And then her father came in, he didn't know what I was doing. He came in, just came in, saw the TV, was seeing me, and he was like, okay, I closed the door. I never forget that. Okay, I think I'm not gonna give him a real hand here. I really need to push this. It's almost, it's 11 already. I haven't had dinner also. Need to eat. Hey Rayfile lol, welcome to the family, thanks for the follow. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with the environments tomorrow, but my plan, my schedule for tomorrow was to work on the character design assignment tomorrow. Maybe I do that tomorrow, but I also have to do a little bit of research for the character design assignment, so let's see how that goes. But so far I finished all the sketches for the zombies, which I wanted to do, and if I have some more time before Saturday, I will clean them up and maybe add a little bit of more stuff, or maybe doing more sketches. So at the moment it's really about ideation and getting design ideas out and having something to talk about on class with other people and also with Norris. So because you really want to have a good sketch and a good drawing in the beginning. You don't want to go too fast into painting. Also painting, definitely painting characters is still something which I'm not so good with, but in general, like, painting is easier for me than drawing a good design, because I'm basically just painting all day at work. So at least there is something I can do a little bit. Oh, I think I give him a really... His neck is also partially like broken and open. Maybe it's like his flesh like hanging down from his neck or something. Really disgusting. I mean, this looks a little bit flat. This is actually a cylindrical object from the side. So we have a little bit of... We should see the plane a little bit. Ah, yeah, see, I was right. So he's an engineer and he's also taking the Brainstorm class, and like what he said so far, he's also really enjoyed the class. I can always count on Mohammed, because Mohammed, you know, Mohammed, you're one of my of the guys who deliver the most questions to my Q&A session. Without you, I basically couldn't do a Q&A session at the end. So I appreciate all your questions. Okay. Okay, guys. What do you guys think? I think I will call it a day for today. I actually don't remember when I started the stream. Yeah. I think I will end the stream for now, or tonight. Big thanks to all of you for joining and being here and asking questions and having a nice conversation. I hope you guys all I hope you guys also stay healthy and positive, and I wish you guys an awesome evening or day wherever you are. And yeah, you guys know, if you have questions about the classes, or I don't know if it's about art or productivity or whatever it is, you guys always can send me a DM on Instagram, or you can just write it under the YouTube video. I think that's better, because then I have all them on one place. But other than that, I wish you guys an awesome evening, and yeah, stay healthy, guys, and we will see us very soon. I think I will definitely do another stream this week. I just don't know when. So yeah, but I will do a shout out or something. So yeah, it's noon. Yeah. Okay. So a good one to all of you guys. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.